pleasant good evening to you. This is Frankly Jazz, and I'm Frank Evans, and we will try to bring you in the next 30 minutes music that we think you might find engaging for a Saturday evening. Tonight we welcome back two gentlemen, Mr. Bud Shank and also at the piano, Mr. Clare Fischer, and we shall be playing selections from the new Pacific Jazz album by Bud Shank, which is called Bossa Nova Jazz Samba, and we'll show you this album in just a moment. But right now, let's play one of the tunes from this particular album. It was written by the pianist, a very talented, not only pianist, but also composer, conductor, arranger, Mr. Clare Fischer. And this is called the Samba de borboletta. That's called the Samba de borboletta, written by Clare Fischer and played by the Bud Shank Quintet. This is Frankly Jazz, and we shall be right back right after this. Welcome back. We go back again to the Bud Shank Quintet, and again we go back to the Pacific Jazz album, which we'll show you in just a moment. But first, let's go back to a kind of a mournful and charmingly delightful tune, again written by Clare Fischer. This is from the Bossa Nova Jazz Samba album, Bud Shank and Clare Fischer, and this is called Wistful Samba. That is Clare Fischer's composition called Wistful Samba, and it's from the new Pacific Jazz album, which is called Bossa Nova Jazz Samba, with Bud Shank and Clare Fischer. It's Pacific Jazz 58. And this album, by the way, as is true of most of the albums that we show you, are available at Music City, all 3 stores. This is another of the Bossa Nova albums, and there are a great many these days. Briefly, the word Bossa Nova, were you to ask a person who speaks Castilian Spanish, they would have no idea what you're talking about. Nova meaning new, Bossa meaning bit, routine, whatever. So actually it's a Portuguese phrase meaning the new thing. And I guess it is the new thing when you come right down to it. Here's a young lady, turning to the distaff side, that I've had the pleasure and honor of knowing ever since she came out to the West Coast about, possibly 5 or 5.5 years ago. She is a charming singer and a delightful person, and she certainly deserves a great deal more recognition than she has had. I think you will agree with me, too. Her name is Terry Morel. Terry Morel and a charming and soft and sweet ballad. What is there to say?
What is there to say? And what is there to do? The dream I've been seeking has, practically speaking, come true. What is there to say? And how will I pull through? I knew in a moment contentment and home meant just you. You are so lovable, so livable, so handsome, it's just unforgivable. You're made to marvel at, and words to that effect. So what is there to say? And what is there to do? My heart's in a deadlock. I'd even face wedlock with you. You are so lovable, so livable, so virile, it's just unforgivable. You're made to marvel at, and words to that effect. So what is there to say? And what is there to do? My heart's in a deadlock. Yes, I'd even face wedlock with you.
Wow. It's Terry Morel. She's something else, isn't she? Terry Morel. We'll have her back again real soon. Don't go away. We'll be back with Bud Shank in just a moment. Welcome back. We go back again to the album by Bud Shank and Clare Fischer. This is a tune written by a man that is called the Elfin One, and he is the Elfin One, too. Errol Garner wrote this. This is Bud Shank's version of Misty. That's probably the most unusual version of Misty you've heard in a long time. And may I also say that the camera work done by the greatest and most inventive camera crews in the entire country. No question about it. This is Frank Evans. We'll be right back. And that just about tears it for tonight. This is Frank Evans. I thank you very much. I also thank Bud Shank and Clare Fischer and their group. And, of course, Miss Terry Morel. And I thank you for watching. Next week, we have a most unusual show. I hope you'll look for it. This is Frank Evans, and we'll see you next week right here, same time, same station. Of course, we're with you every day from 1 until 5 and over KRHM FM. And until we do see you, as always, later.